A chaotic scene unfolds at the edge of a forest pool, quiet and hidden, almost sacred. From the shadows, a figure emerged, half man, half goat, and he was caught in the act of spying. It's a satyr, a creature from Greek mythology, known for its lustful nature and wild appetites. But this time, the nymphs have noticed him, and startled by his presence, they react with force. Four of them lunge forward, grabbing his arms, his horns, his hair, trying to drag him down into the water. Conscious of his shaggy height and from childhood untaught to swim, he dares not trust himself to deep waters. This painting is titled Nymphs and Satyr, and it was completed in 1873 by William-Adolphe Bouguereau. The French painter was one of the most celebrated academic painters of the 19th century. He painted it at the height of his career and sold it for, at the time, an enormous amount of money. But how did it end up in a smoky bar of a hotel in New York City? Let's take a closer look at this incredible work of art. At first glance, the painting is all softness. It depicts flowing limbs, silky skin, and gentle light. But when you look again, this time a bit closer, you'll see that there's tension in every line. The nymphs don't run, they pull. The satyr resists, but he's clearly outnumbered. His hooves claw at the ground, one leg braced against a rock, and his muscles taut with strain. He's not eager, that's for sure. He's caught, and his fear of water ensures that he puts everything into his resistance. But it doesn't look good. According to Bouguereau, the nymphs were baiting when they noticed the satyr approaching. Rather than fleeing, they chose to punish him. They grab him, wrestle him, and try to drag him into the water. And he, startled and overwhelmed, finds himself losing ground. I mean this both literally and metaphorically. Before diving deeper into this work, let's take a closer look at the man who painted it. William-Adolphe Bouguereau was born in La Rochelle, a port city in western France, in the year 1825. He was born at the right time to still enjoy tremendous success during his career, but unfortunately for him, he witnessed the decline of academic art in real time. What I find rather intriguing about Bouguereau is that he initially intended to become a priest, but for some reason reluctantly abandoned his training. He made a career switch to study art, and eventually his talent allowed him to join the prestigious École des Beaux-Arts in Paris. During his later years, he became an art teacher as well, with some sources claiming he taught over 1,000 art students from all around the world. Painting was his ultimate passion. This is emphasized with an anecdote from the final decades of his life. Bouguereau would wake up at dawn and instantly install himself at his easel. He didn't put his brushes down until nightfall, and did this for 6 days a week. This perseverance resulted in the completion of at least 822 large oil paintings during his career, a stunning number. He completed this particular painting, Nymphs and Satyr, in 1873, a year before the first Impressionist exhibition was held. Ironically, that event marked the beginning of the end of Bouguereau's style, which was extremely polished. Bouguereau's technique is flawless, and it's hard to detect a single brushstroke. This style was in sheer contrast to the loose brushstrokes of the Impressionists, with whom he didn't get along at all. The anatomy is impeccable. Every muscle, every curl of hair, every shadow is studied and exact. The water reflects with delicate realism. The mossy rock, the fine strands of wet hair, Bouguereau spares no detail. And yet, the real magic lies in the expressions on the faces of the women. The nymphs aren't angry. They display a delicate smile and seem focused, calm, and determined. One of them grabs the satyr's horn, while another hooks a hand under his elbow. Their eyes are steady, and their movements are fluid, and it almost seems as if the outcome has already been carved in stone. The satyr, by contrast, looks bewildered. His expression is a mix of panic and pride. He's a mythic symbol of unchecked desire, but in this situation, he has been reduced to prey and doesn't know how to handle it. This reversal of roles, predator becoming captive, is what in my opinion makes the scene so compelling. Bouguereau was painting during a time of shifting morals and public taste. While the Impressionists painted trains, cafes, and foggy boulevards, Bouguereau clung to mythology and idealized form. But his stories weren't lifeless, they simmered beneath the surface. In Nymphs and Satyr, he gives us a moral lesson masquerading as myth. The satyr intrudes, the nymphs retaliate. It's as if he used this scene to display a story of his own life. There's no nudity for nudity's sake. The scene is suggestive, sure, but never crude. Instead, it's theatrical and could almost be interpreted as a frozen opera, and each gesture tells a story. The painting's debut was at the 1873 Salon in Paris, and it immediately captured the attention of critics. How couldn't it, right? Some saw it as charming, others as risky, but the vast majority of critics agreed that this was a technical marvel. But what's even more undeniable is its ambiguity, and here's where it gets a bit complicated. Are the nymphs merely punishing the satyr for his lustfulness? Or is there some deeper metaphor about gender roles, control, or resistance? Bouguereau didn't say, as he rarely explained his work in great detail. He believed that beauty and story should speak for themselves, even though interpretations vary all the time. The title gives no hint of conflict. It sounds like a dance, but this is no dance, this is reckoning. Over the decades, this painting was sold several times and was once displayed in a Smoky hotel bar in New York City. There it hung, at the bar of the Hoffman House Hotel, a place where people could barely see each other from across the room because of the dense smoke, until 1901. After that, it vanished for decades in a warehouse before being rediscovered in the early 1940s. Apparently, its owner wanted to shield the painting's offensive content from public view for over 4 decades. Today, it's one of the ultimate masterpieces at the Clark Art Institute in Massachusetts, where it continues to intrigue viewers. What makes it so unforgettable isn't just its perfection, it's the moment it captures. That split second between tension and release, between myth and meaning. It's not about seduction, I think it's about power, and by that I don't mean brute force, but silent, graceful dominance. The nymphs, often painted as helpless or fleeing, are the ones in control here. The satyr, a creature that is usually chasing, now pulls back in vain, and we, the viewer, are somehow caught in the middle of all of this. Bouguereau left us the image, but apart from a short note, he never provided the complete answer, so the painting's true meaning remains an open question. One thing is certain though, this composition is rhythmically perfect. Yes, this man could paint. That's also why I sometimes feel sorry for how the final decades of his artistic life went. In my opinion, his paintings deserve just a little more recognition than they received at the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th century. Please let me know your opinion in the comments below, and thanks for watching.